In today's world, we often take for granted the technologies that make our lives easier and more efficient. However, it's important to remember that many of these innovations didn't just appear out of thin air. They were often inspired by or directly descended from the ingenious creations of ancient civilizations. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at some of the most innovative ancient technologies and exploring how they laid the foundation for modern advancements. Join us as we delve into the fascinating world of ancient inventions and discover how they continue to shape our world today. Number 10. The printing press. The printing press is one of the most important inventions in human history. It allowed for the mass production of books and other written materials which helped to spread knowledge and ideas throughout the world. But did you know that the printing press has roots in ancient China? The Chinese invented a type of printing press as early as the 7th century AD. It used wooden blocks to stamp designs onto cloth and paper. While this was a rudimentary version of the printing press, it was an important first step towards the mechanical printing press that would revolutionize the world centuries later. Number 9. The camera. The camera obscura, or darkroom, is another technology that has roots in ancient times. The principle behind the camera obscura is simple. When light passes through a small opening in a wall or window, it creates an inverted image of the outside world inside the room. This phenomenon was known as early as the 5th century BC by the Greek philosopher Aristotle. However, it wasn't until the 11th century that Arab scholars built cameras obscura to observe solar eclipses. The modern camera evolved from this technology in the early 19th century. Number 8. Paper. Paper is another invention that has had a huge impact on human civilization. It provided a cheaper and more readily available alternative to papyrus and animal skins for writing and record-keeping. The Egyptians are credited with inventing paper around 2000 BCE, using the papyrus plant. However, it was in China around 105 CE that paper-making took a major leap forward. Kai Lun, a court official, developed a process for making paper from hemp, bamboo, and other plant fibers. This innovation made paper more accessible and paved the way for its widespread use in writing and printing. Number 7. Steel. Steel is one of the most important materials used in construction and manufacturing today. It's strong, durable, and versatile, making it ideal for a wide range of applications. But did you know that the ancient civilizations were producing steel as early as 500 BCE? The process of making steel involves heating iron ore until it melts and then removing impurities to create a stronger, more durable material. While the process was initially time-consuming and expensive, it was a game-changer for the ancient world. Steel tools and weapons were highly prized possessions and were often used by royalty or the wealthy elite. The art of steel-making spread from India to other parts of the world, including China and Europe. And today, steel is one of the most widely used materials in the world. Number 6. Glass. Glass is another ancient technology that we use every day. From windows to bottles, glass is a versatile material that's found in countless objects in our daily lives. However, it wasn't until ancient Egypt, around 3500 BCE, that glass-making technology advanced enough to produce usable objects. The Egyptians developed a technique for making glass beads and other small items using a mixture of silica, lime, and soda ash. As glass-making techniques improved, the Egyptians and other ancient civilizations began using glass to create larger objects, such as vessels and mirrors. The Romans were particularly skilled in glass-making and were known for producing exquisite glass objects that were highly prized throughout the empire. Today, glass is produced on an industrial scale and is used in everything from skyscrapers to smartphones. Number 5. Roads. Roads are another ancient technology that we rely on today. Roads allow us to travel long distances quickly and efficiently, and they also facilitate trade and communication. Some of the earliest roads were simply paths that were beaten down by people walking between settlements. However, the first true roads were built by the Egyptians and the Mesopotamians as early as 2000 BCE. These roads were typically made of packed dirt or stone, and they were used to transport goods and resources throughout the empires. The Romans were perhaps the greatest road builders of the ancient world. and their roads were renowned for their quality and durability. Roman roads were typically 3 layers, with a base of large stones, a middle layer of smaller stones, and a top layer of small gravel. This made them smooth and easy to travel on, and they could withstand the weight of heavy vehicles. Roman roads played a crucial role in the empire's ability to communicate and trade throughout its vast territory. Today, roads remain one of the most important types of infrastructure, and they continue to evolve with new technologies and designs. Number 4. Gladimir. Gladimir is a revolutionary technology that's been used to create some of the most spectacular works of art in history. It's a process of embedding small pieces of colored glass or stone into a surface, such as marble or concrete, to create a mosaic-like effect. This technique originated in ancient Greece around 400 BCE, and it was used to decorate temples, palaces, and other public buildings. The Romans also used glazier to decorate their buildings, and they were particularly fond of using it in the construction of their famous amphitheaters and aqueducts. Glazier remained popular throughout the Middle Ages and Renaissance periods, and it continues to be used by artists today. One of the most famous examples of glazier is the dome of the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, Turkey. The dome is covered with over 20 million pieces of glass and stone, and it creates a stunning visual effect. Number 3. Cement. Cement is another ancient technology that's still widely used today. It's a binding agent that holds building materials together, such as bricks or concrete. While modern cement is a complex mixture of several ingredients, the ancient Egyptians were creating a type of cement as early as 2000 BCE. Egyptian cement was made from a combination of lime, sand, and small pebbles, and it was used to build the pyramids and other large structures. The Romans also used a type of cement made from volcanic ash and lime, and it was so durable that many Roman structures, such as the Pantheon, are still standing today. Cement became a key ingredient in modern concrete, which is one of the most widely used building materials in the world. Number 2. The water wheel. The water wheel is a simple but effective technology that harnesses the power of moving water to perform work. It consists of a wheel that's placed in a stream or river, and as the water flows over the wheel, it causes it to rotate. The rotating wheel can then be used to grind grain, saw wood, or perform other tasks. The water wheel was invented in ancient Greece around 500 BCE, and it quickly spread to other parts of the ancient world, including Rome and China. The water wheel was used for a variety of purposes, including milling, grain, powering sawmills, and even generating electricity. In fact, the first hydroelectric power plant was built in 1878 in the United States, and it used a water wheel to generate electricity. The water wheel remains a popular tourist attraction in some places, and it's still used in some parts of the world for industrial purposes. Number 1. The screw. The screw is a simple machine that consists of an inclined plane wrapped around a cylinder. It's used to raise or lower objects by rotating the screw, which causes the object to move in a linear direction. The screw has been used for centuries to lift heavy objects, such as bales of hay. And it's still used today in a variety of applications, such as in presses and lathes. The screw was invented by the ancient Greeks, and it spread to other parts of the world, including India and China. The Chinese used the screw to create the first true mechanical calculator, and they also used it in the construction of their famous towers and walls. Today, screws are one of the most common fasteners used in manufacturing, and they're used in everything from furniture to aircraft. Which ancient technology do you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and stay tuned for more updates. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.